Hey guys, welcome out to the range. Today I'm doing something that came to mind a couple days ago when I was out here. And I was talking about how using the PT hostage swinger targets from Action Targets with the swinger Lollipop on them can be more of a challenge for a student if you paint a portion of it white, just a portion of it. I believe that's a 6-inch Lollipop. And I've painted, I don't know, 2 inches of it white on the edges. And what you get with the 7 MOA dot that I have on this optic, it's taking up about 1/3 of the width. So you have to work at getting your shot. You'll notice that the violence with which it rotates, it's because I'm hitting the Lollipop here as opposed to hitting it here. In fact, let me show you what that looks like. You've already seen the outside hit. The inside hit is that lazy slop. If you hit the outside, then it swings it over. As a teacher, as an instructor, I need to find a way to get inside the head of my student. We're talking handgun. Handgun is such a difficult discipline. Look, rifle, 4 hours on the range with me with rifle, and I'm going to have you from 0 to hero. 4 hours. Rifles are easy. Handguns, good luck. Handguns are days and days and days of work to get the basics anchored. And then you start getting into what some people would consider more advanced skills. Guys, all that is the basics being applied more efficiently. This is the evening medium, the optic. This is a fiber optics Trijicon, fiber optics driven Trijicon RMR 04. No batteries. Okay, no batteries. You guys know this. My issue with optics on handguns isn't the optic, it's the battery issue. And also the Chinesium optics are garbage. Stop, stop, stop! Hot Pockets, stop it. I like these. I didn't know that I would. I asked Trijicon to loan me one. This is theirs. Basically, when you're media and you have a contact, you ask, can I test and evaluate something? And they will send it to you with the understanding that it is permanently their optic. All the RMRs and ACOGs and all the stuff that I have all belongs to Trijicon. I was so impressed with this optic, I went and bought another one for my daughter's handgun. They're just that good. They're surprisingly good. Here's the advice that I would tell you: when you're zeroing your handgun, get yourself a brace like the Recover 2020, lock the gun into it, and get that thing as secure as you can, and get the landmarks, because what it does is it totally stabilizes the handgun, and it takes, I'm going to do this directly at the camera, it takes this out of the equation, and that little bit of shake is going to steal your accuracy. Zero at 10 yards, and you're pretty much locked in. I want to say it's a fraction of an inch at 25 yards, and look, nobody has 25-yard handgun fights. You just don't. So anyways, getting back to this. This technique right here, if I can have basically, when the Lollipop is here, I have to be here. And I have to hit it. When the Lollipop is there, I have to be here to hit it. And then back. And then back. Oh, that was a miss. And so, even though I can hit it from here, ding, 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 I force the shooter to go two hopscotches to the right, shoot, 2 hopscotches to the left, shoot. And what you're doing is, you're separating, this is what's really cool about this, you're separating the mind, how can I put this? Okay. I have to separate conscious from subconscious. In so doing, I start teaching the person how to find, I gotta figure out a way to put this so you guys will get it. There is a moment in the teaching environment where the student just gets it. As a teacher, there's no way for me to be inside of their head to see what it is that happened that helped them get it. This dramatically isolates that moment in time. Because if I have them doing this with a little bit of motion, then I start realizing, there it is right there. And it's the motion. What I found in all my years of doing this, it's motion. If I give you a drill and I say, 2 and 2, run 5 yards that way, 2 and 2, run back 5 yards this way, 2 and 2, run back 5 yards that way, and I do like 2 or 3 iterations of this, Once they've gone there and back, they're no longer thinking. Now they're reacting. As long as I've done my job as an instructor and given them the instruction of the proper movement, the proper holding technique of the handgun. This is how you hold the handgun, not like, what is it? Not like this, but like this. Definitely not like that, because you'll cut yourself. How do you run with a handgun? How do you get back into a fighting stance with a handgun? How do you take off again? Once I teach them those, and by the way, what I teach isn't the downrange safety run, it's just run with the gun. And once I get the basics into them, then we start doing this, then the accuracy starts zeroing in all on its own. Because they're no longer thinking about learning, they're just learning. So this is a technique that I would highly advise if you have the ability to do it for yourself, or if you're an instructor and you have the ability to work with this kind of thing. We're at roughly 7 yards from these targets. Yes, we're very close. No, this is not frangible ammunition. This is a 115 grain ball, you know, high velocity, 1138 feet per second. This stuff is designed for smacking paper, but I just showed you, it's perfectly safe to hit steel with. Guys, I've been doing this forever. Trust me, please trust me. You can shoot steel really, really close without any danger to yourself, as long as the steel is quality, and this is 550 Brunel through 550 Brunel through hardened steel, high quality steel. You can get away with 500 Brunel, so don't worry about that, and you can get away with 1/4 inch with handgun. This is 3/8 because these are rifle rated plates. But anyways, I like sharing this. If you can't tell, I have a zeal for sharing knowledge, specifically shooting steel. And I'll close with this. Within 300 milliseconds of me hitting this plate and witnessing the hit with the auditory, the visual, and the sensation of the gunfire and the ding, which is kind of auditory, but anyways, within 300 milliseconds of witnessing that hit, my brain creates a new neural pathway. 300 milliseconds, watch my eye. 300 milliseconds is that. Think about that. That's 300 milliseconds. Human eyelid closing and opening. That's the majesty of God's creation. In 300 milliseconds, you have created a new neural pathway, and you've labeled that pathway success, and you've done it like this. Success. Success. Failure. Success. Each and every hit, each and every motion, each and every ding is new neural pathway, and then you do it enough and you start to myelinate them, which basically you begin to coat them and they become permanent, which is why you may not have ridden a bicycle for 20 years and you can get on a bicycle today and ride it. Why? Because as a child, you did the action of balancing on that bicycle thousands of times and you myelinated those neural pathways, and they're permanently there. Same thing here. You put the work in and you keep putting the work in and you keep driving the work and you keep creating neural pathway by neural pathway by neural pathway by neural pathway, and you keep myelinating those pathways, they become permanent. And the only way to do it is steel. And here's why. If I fire 10 rounds and I go down range and I find 3 bullseyes, was it shot number 2? Was it shot number 8 or 9? Which one was it? You don't know, because you fired 10 rounds. But if you fire 10 rounds at a sliver of a 6-inch lollipop and you get 3 dings, you know that it was ding number 2, ding number 8, and ding number 9. You know it because you heard them when they happened. All the other ones were misses. So you know that has to be a neural pathway, and that one have to be neural pathways. The other ones, your brain goes, they're garbage, I don't need them anymore, and throws them away. That's the beauty of working on steel. Small steel, that's the key, small steel. So I hope if you have the ability to do this, do it. You can buy just 6-inch plates and screw them to a 2x4. And you can center that plate in the chest or in the head with a cardboard target in front of it, so that you're aiming at the larger object and understanding that you're zeroing in on a specific spot. Like for example, if you're aiming to take a guy down, do you aim at his chest? No. You aim at the second button on his shirt. Why? Because there's no way I'm actually going to hit this second button on this shirt from 7 yards or whatever. But if I'm aiming here and I miss, I hit here. If I'm aiming here and I miss, I zip a bullet down range and hit somebody in the face. Aim small, miss small. As always, I thank you guys for watching. I thank you for your support. I thank you for your sling purchases and your donations to keep this channel independent. God bless you all. Get those guns out and practice. Have a good one. I'm gonna keep shooting. Freedom! America!